So I recorded myself preparing food for Thanksgiving. I'm not much of a cook, and my repertoire probably consists of like two things: fried rice and pasta. But Eugene was working this Thanksgiving, so I decided to give it a try. I'm not really big on cooking and food in general. I mean, I appreciate good food, but I never really got over the fact that you spend like an hour or two making the food and in 15 minutes it's gone. I mean, the return on investment of time just never made sense to me. Like, why spend all that time cooking when you could get two medium, two topping pizzas for $6.99 at Domino's? Or throw some frozen food in the microwave and be doing something else productive, like reading a book or catching up on the news, or spend hours comparing stats of players to add to your fantasy team. I'm also not big on sharing my life so much. I'm sure that's part of a deeper issue that I haven't gotten to the bottom of yet, but I personally like not sharing what's going on in my life so much on social media. Like, I'm sure if someone was really interested, they would shoot me a text and ask me how my weekend was or if I'm alive or something like that. But nevertheless, I'm making a video sharing a day in my life. And it's super awkward and cringy to hear myself talk. So Eugene's a travel PT and I work from home, so we've taken this opportunity to travel and explore other cities. We've lived in and visited a handful of places so far, but I've gotta say, there's really no place like living in the tri-state area. But I guess seeing how different places are in America with their unique character and personality is kinda neat. This year we're celebrating Thanksgiving without friends or family. It's weird not being able to see them, but Eugene and I enjoy our time together, so it's not bad. Living 100 miles away and not being able to see your friends and family really puts things into perspective. Like, just the possibility of visiting your parents and hanging out with friends was enough for me. I always thought I had time to build a better relationship with my parents and time to have memorable moments with friends. But now that I'm away, and I'm like almost 30, makes me think I wasted a lot of time. I have a bad habit of dwelling on the past and not living in the present and planning for the future. But what better day than Thanksgiving to be present, preparing a Thanksgiving meal? They say cooking is a meditation of sort. You have to be present to cook, and the only thing you're focused on is what's in front of you. I kinda get it. It made my mind stop racing with stupid, useless thoughts that don't help anybody. So a few weeks back, it was my dad's birthday. I used my 5-hour drive to a wedding as an excuse for not being able to call him, but in reality I just totally forgot. Funny thing is, when I called him the next day, he said it was okay because he didn't know it was his birthday the day before either. I felt like an ass for forgetting, and I have to admit, I probably would have forgotten to call my parents on Thanksgiving had I just been watching football or sitting in front of the computer the entire day. So I called my mom to say hi and happy Thanksgiving and all that good stuff, but quickly ran out of stuff to talk about. So even though I had everything pretty much prepared, I just asked her how she made her sweet potato casserole, and she started to go on about how she makes them and even how I should prep the turkey. It felt good knowing that she felt like I needed her help. Anyways, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I spent some time thinking about things I'm grateful for. First thing that came to mind was obviously Eugene. I spent a lot of time thinking how she stuck with me at my lowest and find it hard to articulate how much that meant to me. She's definitely an extra special person, and I love her very much. That's not to say she's perfect though. Like, she would do things like ask me to check if the door's locked while I'm in bed, even though like I checked before I came to bed, and I tell her that I checked and it's locked, but she insists I check again and I check and it's locked. But I still love her. But it's those little things that I learned to suck up and just do because she deserves a whole lot more than that. I've learned it's best not to harp over the little things that don't really matter, like why can't I put the toilet seat down after I put it up, even though it requires the same amount of energy for her to put it back down, but I do it because I love her. Second thing that came to mind is family and friends. I know I'm not the best son or the greatest of friend, but knowing that I have people that truly do care about me is something I really do cherish. I'm learning to be a better son and trying to be a better friend by reaching out once in a while, but I'm still god awful at it. But At least I'm trying, right? The third thing is how my life turned out to be. It's easy for me to say, although I didn't grow up with everything I wanted, I had everything I needed for the most part. I've come to accept my family's shortcomings and my own and saw it as an opportunity to be more of an empathetic person. I'm so glad I ran out of clips because I might rough hear my voice for another minute. Overall, this Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for this time of reflection and being able to spend the time with the one I love most.